All right, for your warm-up today, let's jump right in. I want you to do a substitution problem. So start out using substitution there. And then when you've done that one, go ahead and create the system for number 2. You're not going to necessarily solve it, but I want you to create that system. Really think about the fact that you're going to be using some inequalities here. This is a really good practice problem for what we're doing today. So give that a shot. Our first one here, if you use substitution, so if you haven't already gotten it, you're going to use x minus 1 and plug that back in for y. So we're left there with the 2x minus 3, and then we're plugging in our substitute. So x minus 1 is our substitute, still equals negative 1. We're going to go ahead and solve. So if we distribute the negative 3, we end up with 2x minus 3x, so that's negative 1x, and then a positive 3 when we distribute, so that still equals negative 1. So negative x is going to equal negative 4, which means x equals positive 4. So there's a few steps I'm doing there beneath the surface, but now you've got your x value. Remember, once you find x, you still have to find y, so we're going to take this 4 and plug it back in right there. So y equals 4 minus 1, so y equals 3. So remember, once you've got your solution, want to present it as that coordinate. Your solution in this case is 4, 3. To set up the system for number 2, I want you to kind of bring your attention to these words right here, at least. We've talked about some of this vocab already. At least, and the second phrase, no more than. We really want to use those phrases to build our systems today. So if it says you need at least 8 bags of Valentine candy, we're going to be buying 2 different types of bags. We're going to have chocolate hearts, and we're going to have peanut butter hearts. So I'm just going to go ahead and let X represent our chocolate, and our Y represent our peanut butter. Do PB there. So that very first phrase, you need at least 8 bags of Valentine's candy, is actually our first equation. X plus Y, the number of bags of chocolate, plus the number of bags of peanut butter, and then that word at least. Remember, don't get fooled. At least is not less than. It's actually greater than or equal to, because we have to have more than 8 bags. Equation number 2 comes from the how much it costs per bag. So for chocolate hearts, it's $3 per pound. For peanut butter hearts, it's $5 per bag, not pound, per bag. But we can't spend any more than $32. So that's the no more than, so less than or equal to 32. So if that was a struggle, that's okay, because that's what today is really all about. There's your warm-up. Let's jump into the next video for the first part of your notes.